What's up, I'm Jacob Hayes. We're here at RedBud. What an iconic place, breaking in some 2023 KTMs. Started out on the 350, all new chassis, all new motor. Wow, what an incredible motorcycle. I've ridden a 350 in the past. What an upgrade, just with the bottom end and the mid. Felt like the top was roughly about the same, but just what I noticed was when I really wanted to roll on it, it almost had that 450 feeling to it, which I went down to the first map, which calmed everything down a bit. For me, that helped smooth the power out, really make their bike rideable, manageable, and as the track got rougher, I felt for me the first map was better. So overall, what an incredible motorcycle. Yeah, diving deeper in on the 23 350 4-stroke. As you guys know, the engine is all new. More power on the low end side, mid up to the top end. You have two maps. You have your mellow map and then the aggressive map. I rode both today. Both were incredible. I chose to go with the mellow map just because with their all new engine package, how hard it hits out of the corners and how it gets through the power band was incredibly aggressive. Which is great if you're on a sandy track, a little bit deep on the East Coast, or you're on that hard pack stuff. They've got best of both worlds with the new frame and the way they've designed the subframe. It allows the motorcycle to not squat as low. I've been on a KTM a long time, so you know, always in the past with the squatting, it was really hard coming out of corners. You always felt super low, so you had to run the sag really high. Now today, I mean, I was running 105 and still felt like I had a good amount of bite coming out of the corners, really could cut out if I needed to. I enjoyed the new chassis. I enjoyed the way the motorcycle didn't feel like it was low in the rear and you just always felt like you were trying to get the sag higher, higher, higher. I felt like the bike was very balanced, coming into the corners, out of the corners, very playable. And then all new as well as with the 350 is the suspension. So it has adjustable clickers by hand instead of by a Phillips head or a flat head. So you can really just on the fly, like I stopped multiple times today and did a couple clicks here, a couple clicks there to really fine tune the motorcycle the way I wanted it. That way I could get the most out of it, be comfortable and go fast. So today was my first day ever encountering the quick shift option that KTM has with their all new ready to race bikes. I tried it for probably a good 15 minutes just because I really wanted to give it a fair test, right? If you try something only a lap or two, it's not fair. So I gave it a good 15, 20 minutes, really tried to weigh out the pros and cons, went back to the regular shifting. For me, you know, the quick shift was great, but the only downfall that I felt I had about it was if I really leaned over super far into the corners and it grabbed a little bit of dirt or a little rock, it wanted to shift. And then with that shift, it kind of lowered you down in the RPMs. So if you're mid apex and you tap the shifter, it's gonna automatically shift for you. And then that really kind of bogs down the engine. So I went back to the standard shifting because yeah, at times it's a little hard to get your foot up underneath there and you really have to jam it. But I'm so used to that the quick shift was just unfamiliar and I just couldn't find myself. Maybe if I spent more time other than today, I could get used to it. But for me, just with those little variables, it was hard to really say, hey, I love this quick shifting, but that is an option if you like that. Also with the all new 23s, they have the same symmetrical on the lower part of the rear part of the motorcycle. So on the right side, normally the pipe sticks out a little bit more than the left side of the motorcycle. With their all new models, it's the same on both sides. So I felt like the further I got back on the motorcycle, I could feel that, me being a taller guy, I could feel that with my knees, could really grip in. And like I said, with those pegs, you could really control the motorcycle with your lower body, which is what I like to do. But then when you really want to get forward and get your weight on the front end of the bike, it didn't feel wide. I was nervous that with the shrouds, it was going to feel a little bit wide, but I felt like as I got more forward, I could really lean my knee in on that longer part of their shroud that they've made this year, which could also help with my front end bite. Also with the new 350, they put the engine back 2 mil, I believe, which doesn't allow as much strain on the swing arm. So it allows the motorcycle to work a little bit more freely, especially on the rear end of the motorcycle. They have a 1451 on it. In the aggressive mapping, for me, if I had it to tailor to, I would go down to a 1450, run that aggressive map, really smooth out the power, make your gears a lot longer. Second, with the 1451, stock was still long, but that's why I went down to the less aggressive map, because I wanted second to pull a little bit longer. With the aggressive map, it really hit hard. Got through second, I was trying to grab third super quick. So for me, like I said, if it was my bike and I would tailor myself to it, I would bump that 51 down to a 1450 and run the aggressive map. But overall, I think the motorcycle is ready to go out of the box. KTM does a great job with all their products. I mean, it goes from the wheel set, you know, the spokes, the hubs, just all the details that KTM puts into it. Like, I mean, you could seriously grab this thing off the showroom floor and go race it with some minor clicker adjustments, some air pressure adjustments. Yeah, it's pretty bulletproof. Today, I didn't make any adjustments, and I had a great time. I think I could have raced it today and done just fine on it. I set the sag and just went out there and had some fun. So I think that's what's great about all of KTM's products that they have.